Hey, go people. this is this is really clown show. I mean, how did the hell did we get here?
Get out of the car now! Get out of the car!
Now, someone doing this fires a shot, and so when you're watching this, maybe you can tell who, but I figured it was either here or during the stop, and I could not see. So when I heard this is on police activity, Walmart shopper police chase, I'm like, how is this a police chase? These guys get her out of the car, and they're talking to him. So how does this turn into a police chase? Now you notice the girl in red. I'm going to turn this down because the sirens in a minute get out of control. And they're not saying a whole bunch except you're being detained for shoplifting. The shaved head is big with this department. You'll see at the end a lot of shaved heads. Just make an observation. So this girl, what I want you to notice is this girl is an absolute no person. I didn't know what was going to happen when I first watched this video. And I'm like, right off the jump street, this girl is going to be problems. If you notice when she gets out, I've got to look for something. I got to go back inside the car. He gets her out, and now I need to get something. I need to do this. I need to get in the car. Watch this. She's got to go back in the car, and he lets her. I ain't letting you back in the car. I'm detaining you for a crime. Why are you going back in your car? So as soon as you start dealing as a cop over the years, as soon as you start getting these no people, these maybe people, you better keep your guard up because shit's going to hit the fan. They are going to escalate. And it's just through experience that you can see it. This girl now she may be involved, but she seems a little more disgusted, or maybe this is her first time or whatever. This one's like, this is routine for her because she's the one that does all the shit, jump in the car, gets shot, drives like a freaking maniac. So now she wants to go back to the driver. She's giving you indicators that she wants to run. This is just blatantly clear for me. And I know somebody will say, well, it's easy when you're watching a video. No, it's easy when you're on scene, when you're dealing with these people every day. That's what criminals do. They telegraph what they want to do. They target glance. They give you indicators if you're paying attention. Okay, I guess I'll become cooperative for a second. I'll stand here. It ain't going to be long.
You are being detained for shoplifting. That's why we're here. All provincial employees at the store watch you guys steal some merchandise.
Watch you guys steal. So maybe they were working together, but this one just isn't willing to run cops over to get out of jail.
I'm going to read before you talk. I'm going to read you something real quick, okay? Because I'm telling you you're detained. You have the right to remain silent.
Okay, so this is kind of one of those things that, should he have read him his rights? A lot of people think cops have to read your rights. We don't have to read your rights. We only have to read your rights if you're in custody and I'm questioning you to elicit criminal responses. I do not have to read your rights if I ask you your name or date of birth. I do not have to read your rights if I ask you, how's it going today? I don't have to read your rights if I ask you, why did you come to the store today? I'm not trying to elicit. When I go, did you steal something? That's going to elicit a criminal response against your penal interest, which can be used against you. Therefore, if you're in custody and I ask that question, Miranda is required. Okay? No cop has to read your rights. By times I didn't even want to talk to you, so I wouldn't even read your rights because I didn't even want to talk to you. I don't want to hear your bullshit. My case is good enough. I just want to arrest you and get on my report. So I didn't even want to talk to you, so I didn't read your rights. Therefore, anything you say, I can use against you. So he's reading their rights because they're quasi in custody because they're being detained. That's a gray area in the law. In custody is determined lack of free movement or freedom to leave. So in my mind, you're in custody if you're detained. The courts have ruled in other times, no, a reasonable person could think they're just asking questions. They could walk away. They're not in handcuffs. They're not locked in a room. Therefore, they're not in custody. So it all depends on the dumbass judge how they want to interpret it. This guy's reading their rights. You need to realize when you read somebody their rights, you take a gamble that they will say nothing and request a lawyer, and now you can't ask them anything. So
Anything you say will be against the court. You got the right to hire an attorney, have both of you.
So I'm just gonna bump past here because this is a long video, but they're just yapping. You want to go watch it? So this guy, for some reason, either bonds or likes her or is trying to the hookup. I don't know, but he's letting her do shit that he shouldn't do. Now I think she's cuter than her, but whatever. I guess that's just opinion. Anyway, here we go. So she's wandering around making me, he's kind of watching her. She's making me a little nervous because she's creating distance. She's moving away from me. She's looking around. She's talking on her phone. All indicators that these two are not just going to stand here and go, okay, take me to jail. I confess. I stole something. Now this other one starts moving around. The guy kind of blocks her path there. You see that slight little maneuver? He puts pressure on her, for my horse people. He moved in front of her to put pressure. Hey, I don't want you walking off. And so she says something, and he lets her walk off. So if these were guys, they would not do this, because guys might be able to outrun them and could get away. Because they're women, they're like, I can catch them if they try to run. It's not that big of a deal. That's why when I saw a police chase, I'm like, how the hell did this turn into a police chase? They got him out of the car. They have multiple cops there. How did they get to a police chase? Well, so now he asks her to move back. She's on her phone. She's on her phone. I got a big issue when I was dealing with people when they start doing that, because more than once, guys would come by. They would text somebody, hey, man, I need a ride. I'm going to run. Get to this area. And, next thing you know, a car pulls up. It's going slow. Your guy darts and jumps in the car, and now the guy drives off because you let him use his phone. Okay, so they kind of stand here a little bit, kind of talking to this cop. Usually the guy, this is what's called the cover officer, and the other guy on the phone who's talking to the thing is probably the primary officer. He's going to take the paper. This guy's job is just to watch for officer safety issues on these two. That's all his job. Secure these guys so I can do my other shit. Looking, pointing, wanting to go. I'm nervous. What did I do? I didn't do anything. I can't believe this. Oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. My friends are going to say, I've heard it all. Whatever. Okay, so let's just see. They stand around, wiggle around, talk, get their plan. Make the officer easy, get him to drop his guard. She's looking around. Neither one of them are like looking around, got her purse. I don't even know if I'd let her have that purse. I don't know if he went through the purse before she picked it up, but I don't like the idea she got that purse. Rick, you're a big tyrant. Whatever. I didn't get shot. So here, he separates them. Bad move. Now he's got to watch two. It's called divided attention. He's got to watch what she's doing, and he's got to watch what she's doing. She could have texted somebody to drive by and jump in her car. He's watching her. He's watching. So now he's going to let her go, and he lets her go in a car. When I saw this, I was like, dude, are you a dumbass? Why are you doing this? Then he puts her in the back seat. I don't know what the hell she's looking for. Maybe she needs a cigarette. That's another thing. Man, can I have a smoke? I'm really nervous. I know I'm going to jail. Can I please just have a smoke? I just need, man, I want to check on my kid. Man, I got to find, they got all kind of excuses. So he lets her, he's kind of on top of her a lot, kind of watching her go through the car. This one is what I call feigning cooperation. Yeah, everything's good. Everything's cool. So they're talking, she's looking, she's digging around. Now she's going to go back to the car. Again, this is all stall and drop your guard. This is all trying to fool the dumb, inexperienced cops. I'm a nice person. You can trust me. See, I'm not doing anything. It's all a plan, and it continues. See, I'm not trying to drive away. See, he's on her. He's really close. He's watching her. I don't know what the hell she's looking for. I mean, what is the urgency? She's got her phone in her hand. Why is she letting her go through this car? I have no freaking clue. Now he's in the back seat here. Look, see, you can trust me. I'm not doing anything. See, while she's in there, she's like, see, you can see my hands. I'm not trying to do anything. She's building this rapport to get him to drop his guard. Now we're going to the front seat. Good Lord, is she going to go to the hood now and check the freaking oil? Why is this cop doing this? Because he's a dumbass. Now, this is the last time we're going to see this girl right here. She moves away. I don't know if they arrest her or whatever, but when this one starts her shenanigans running off, this one probably runs. Now we're going to go back to the other side. Oh, look at me. You can trust me. I'll go to the back. See, I'm a good person. Man, we can just bond. We can talk. She's still standing here, not handcuffed. I'm pretty sure she gets away. This guy might be the Walmart security or undercover guy. He's looking to see if he sees the property, maybe. She may be saying, see, there's nothing in here. I don't know what the hell she's doing. Back to the front seat. Okay, who thinks that at some point she's probably going to try to drive off? How many non-cops think, just by watching this, that, damn, I don't know if I'd let her in the front seat? Well, this cop did not get the clue. Okay? Okay, Ray Charles, can you tell me what's going to happen next? I'll just let her sit in there. She's all right. She's been cooperative. She's been doing everything I told her. I'll just let her sit in there. Keys are in the car. Yeah, I'll just keep an eye on her. She'll be all right. You know, she's not going to do anything. We've looked through the car for 20 minutes. I'm kind of tired of following her around. She'll be all right. She's waiting for an opportunity, getting him to drop his guard. And who thinks they know what's going to happen? Well, you'd probably be right. Cop's looking. What the hell is she looking for, and why is he letting her do this? So this cop's coming around. Now we have more divided attention. She knows this is my last chance. They're both here. They're about to get me out of the car. They're probably going to hook me up. This is my last chance to make my big planned getaway. Oh, shit. Here we go. How did that car get in drive and started so quick? I mean, when he says, ma'am, how quick is that car moving? Oh, yeah, that'll work. She'll listen to you. Just tell her what to do. Girl right here, no handcuffs. I didn't see her before. She's gone. After they chase her, she's gone.
Get out of the car! Back up!
Now we have another officer. Shaved head, I might point out.
Back up!
Huh, what do we do?
Back up! Put in park!
Now this guy is using what I call smart techniques. If he would have lunged in the car and tried to grab her, that's stupid. That's how you get dragged. He's keeping his distance because he knows that she can probably back up or still move, and he's not reaching in there. Some people will say he let his partner down, whatever. I think he's being smart. I'm not getting dragged by a freaking car because your dumbass let her get in there and drive off. Screw you and screw anybody else that wants me to jump in there and be a dumbass. So I think this guy's doing a smart move here. He stays far enough away to where he's not going to get dragged. Unlike these two brainchilds, this guy's caught in a freaking car on a fucking, roller coaster ride at the circus, and he's like hanging on, and this dude gets trapped by this door. Bad move. I'm surprised this guy didn't hit the ground. If you've ever, which I've been caught a couple times with cars, when they drive off, that car throws you like the strongest man in the world. And when it tosses you, even a little bit, because your gun gets caught, or you're trying to get away, or your arm's in a way like this, and it hooks you, man, it is amazing how strong a car is. It's like, 1 or 2 horsepower. It's tough. This guy's lucky he didn't eat dirt. This guy's going to go along for a ride. In a minute, he does bail. Finally, he gets off. Both of them get away from the car. Both lucky. Okay, so I still cannot tell who shot. She gets shot in the arm doing this.
Get out of the car now! Get out of the car!
Yeah, that'll work. And now this guy's on his radio like, shit. Damn, what a dumbass. Why did I let her in the car? See, all through his mind, he's like, damn. And now the next time somebody wants to go to their car, he's going to be like, shut up, stand over here, you're not going by the car. And they'll be like, why is that cop an asshole? Well, this is why. Okay? All right, so this woman drives like a freaking maniac. I think she flattened her tire. She's pretty easy to find because they just follow the smoke. See a little smoke trail she's leaving? Here's a pro tip for all you criminals that want to get away from the cops. If you're leaving a smoke trail, they can follow you easier. Just a little pro tip. So, I'm going to mute this because it's just kind of all we hear is sirens and shit, and you really can't make anything. So, who thinks these cops are endangering a lot of people by chasing her? And why are they chasing her? For the shoplifting? No, Rick, because she tried to run them over. Well, that's because they let her back in the car. They created the situation that created this chase, and now they endanger every living person that they drive across on a path. Every pedestrian, every child, every other car on the road is being endangered now for what? For shoplifting? Did they already get her ID? Do they know who she is? Can they get her later? I mean, it's not like she's a mass murderer. She might kill somebody because they're chasing her. This is where pursuits are just... Does the risk... See, most people say, oh, screw her, she deserves to go to jail, I'm okay with it. That's because you haven't been on crime scenes where you've seen people with their heads smashed through windows and, you know, they lose limbs and their backs and they have to be cut out of cars and they weren't doing anything but going to the store, going to pick up their kids. And when you see this over and over, this happens probably 1,000 times a day in this country. What I call useless pursuits and endangerment of the public. These cops that are chasing this girl up and down traffic, she's running through red lights, she's going the wrong way, running people off the road. This car she hits right here and damages this car, raises insurance rates, bangs this guy, could have maybe gave a kid a whiplash. Maybe this woman has a heart attack. You don't know all this shit for what? This started out as a freaking shoplifting. But it gets better. We continue to chase her, multiple cops, both sides of the road, thousands of people endangered, running through red lights right there. Red lights, somebody's driving through, they're dead. They don't know, they're riding through a green light. How many times have you gone through a green light and that could have been you dying? These pursuits are just freaking dangerous. And another red light, perfect. This guy's running through a green light thinking I'll just drive and go get my kid something to drink. They're dead. They're injured. Going the wrong way on traffic. Another red light. You know what? Chase them till the ends of their... So what if we kill 50 people? We have to get our man. We have to get our criminal. Wrong side of the road, pedestrian here. Oh no, this is a cop throwing out a spike strip, which she dodges and goes into oncoming traffic. Maybe kill somebody. When you get a head-on collision, the odds of somebody dying is extremely high. So she's driving. Now we're chasing her in oncoming traffic with lights and siren. We're creating double danger as cops in government. And meanwhile, these same cops will be giving you a ticket for 5 miles over on a speed limit saying, it's my job to keep you safe. I'm just doing my job. I've got to keep you safe. I want to keep speeders down. I've got to give tickets to keep you safe. It's just so disingenuous and bullshit. But so we're going to chase and endanger all these people. And, you know, it goes on and on and on. And, I mean, this motorcycle, they could have been dead. It doesn't matter. Who cares? Another red light. No problem. We'll just keep chasing. Cops on the wrong side of the road. Cops come. Watch how many cops show up during the initial stop. All these cops that show up are all the ones driving like maniacs. You see them on the side of the road here. On the side. They're parked on all over the road. Coming, incoming, off sides. You're going to see cops on both sides doing this whole pursuit. I mean, there must be 50 cops involved in this. And they're all driving like maniacs also. Driving like maniacs over the speed limit. But they'll be writing you a ticket tomorrow for 5 miles over to keep you safe. Because they really care. Red light almost endangers this body. At no point does any cop go, look, we're really endangering a lot of people. Let's just let her go and we'll get her another day. Nobody wants to do this. No, chase her forever. Who, what? So what if she kills 2 or 3 people? So what if a child dies? So what? It's not our problem. We got limited immunity. We can't get sued. We get to speed fast. We get to follow. We get to endanger people. What do we care? We don't have to worry about a speeding ticket or insurance rates going up. No. Let's just chase and chase and chase until we kill somebody or she kills somebody, but at least we'll say we caught her. And there'll be idiots here. Oh man, the police had to chase her, and it's good they chased her, and she should go to jail. Okay, I'm going to turn back on the volume here just so you can hear the freaking chaos. Here we go. So this woman walks in front of this car. She's already chased and ran, etc. She's in front of the car. Maybe she's the one that shot. Who knows? Maybe one of them shoots when they're banging on the window. So we have plainclothes units, which is normal. When I worked plainclothes, if there was pursuit in the area, we would go in case somebody ran out. We could chase them. You know, any cops in the area, you're going to see a lot of plainclothes. You're going to see some task force people in tactical gear come up. A lot of shaved heads coming up. Got people in shorts coming up. Got people leaving the donut shop coming up. Shit, he left his donut. You know he's pissed. He's probably the one that shot her. Got more cops coming up. More sirens. How much money did we spend on this? How many people did we endanger? How is this protecting and serving the public? How is this a good resource? When you get this many cops this quick, this is what's called tyranny. This is tyranny in action right in front of you. This many cops can show up. Used to be cops didn't have a lot of backup, so they had to depend on the community. They had to depend on good citizens to help them. They had to have a relationship with the community because they needed the community. Cops don't need the community. They don't need pesky citizens now. They have a standing army that will come to their aid. Therefore, they can treat people like shit knowing we don't need or need to care about you. I still can't tell who shot her and when she got shot. All right, we need a few more cops. Hey, keep the units coming. We need more cops. Afterwards, we're going for it. And I mean, to be honest, when we showed up on these scenes like this, now this is where a lot of cops, when I was working, if I showed up this scene, I know because I've been in these scenes. And when you're the primary officer, you got a lot going on. You got people, you got the sergeant to brief, you got photos, you got to book this person. You may want to go get a warrant. You got a lot going on. So when you work as a team, your other team members would start helping you out. But if I showed up to a case like this, I'd say, hey, man, who's the primary? I'm primary. I go, dude, you want me to scratch out a tow on this car and get the car towed for you? And 9 times out of 10, they'd be like, yeah, man, that'd be great. Thanks. And then I'd go over, I'd inventory the car, I'd tow the car, I'd get a tow chart, I'd do it, I'd fill out the paperwork, and I'd give it to them. I'd cut them a supplemental and say, dude, I showed up on scene of pursuit, blah, blah, blah. The car was towed to this location. Here was the car. Here's the inventory. Boom. And I'd give it to him. That takes something off him that he doesn't have to do. Good cops and good agencies do that. Lazy cops that just want to run code and get to the scene and stand around, they're going to stand around. They get to run code 3, and now they're going to go back to their donut, and they just leave. They don't help. They don't do anything. So it's just an endanger the public, get here, and then I'm not going to do anything. But anyway, I digress. Pretty much ends here. I don't know if this is earning the hate. These cops let them go in there. Then they created the car chase, and then they endangered public for I don't know how long in order to catch this woman that should have never had access to the car. I mean, at what point is government responsible? If I walk in and somebody's trying to rob a place and they're not armed, and I go, hey, here's my AR-15, go ahead and take it. And then he shoots up the place. Am I not liable? How is this any different that I have you out of the car and I let you go back in the car and then you create all this damage? It's just amazing how people do not want to hold cops accountable because they're afraid that if they don't back the blue, they'll be called Antifa or they're not a good American. I don't support tyranny. And supporting tyranny is not being a good American. Okay? Holding government accountable and restricting government power is being a good American, in my opinion. We'll end that there.